today we're going to Algodones, Mexico to get our teeth cleaned. Let's go.
I got a feeling, it's all feeling good. I got a feeling, it's all feeling good. The sun will show the way, I know the road to take. Throw all our cares away, I don't even knock on wood. The time is on the side.
Hi, I'm Shalane, this is Dean, and we are Grassroots Living. And this is how we live our love. Hi friends, we're so glad you're here today because we've been telling you that we are going to go to Algodones, and today we're finally taking you there. So before we get started, we have to tell them some stuff.
Yeah.
Our background is different because we are at our son's house, our son and daughter-in-law, which is so fun. We're in Kansas today, and here's some things that you have to know before we start today because they're very important. One, I dyed my hair yesterday. Because you're like, Shalane, where'd your hair go? Because you can't see it very good on camera. That's where my hair went. Anytime I dye my hair blonde, it looks funny. So that's my hair chronicles for today. Dos, we're at our son's house, which I already said. And tres, next week when we film, we'll have a new grandbaby.
That is true.
These are exciting. Now we can start our video, but I know that they wanted to know those things. Okay, do you want to start?
Well, before we can actually get to Algodones, we had a little bit of an obstacle come up. Not necessarily with us, but with the people that we're going to travel with.
Not with us because we don't drive through loose sand. Just our friends, the traveling Pisces, Jeanette and Aaron, decided apparently to go like four-wheeling in their big Class C RV. So they called us and they said, Grassroots Living, you're so awesome, come and save us.
That's pretty much how it went.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. And they called it a tow truck. But
we didn't know that.
No, we didn't know
I
that.
brought some chains and my four-wheel drive, and we're going to give it a try.
Yeah, we were in. So this is just a little video of our friends, the Traveling Pisces, and we will link their video below so that you can see all of that drama if you want to.
Yeah, we just give you just a tip.
Just a taste. But this is Traveling Pisces being stuck. You're going to want to see it. It's so epic. Not really, it's not that epic, but it's kind of fun. So that here it is. Now.
So we managed to get ourselves in a pickle.
Yeah, you did. I'm going to go get a close-up of this pickle. What'd I tell you? Did I tell you not to do that?
You know us, we like adventure.
Okay, so like we said at the beginning of the video, the whole reason, the main reason we were going to go down to Algodones, Mexico was to get our teeth cleaned. All the full-time RVers say you got to go to the dentist in Algodones. It's nice, it's clean, it's cheap, and so that's why we were going. And so first of all, let me tell you really quick, you don't have to have pesos when you go to Algodones. You can take American money. It's accepted everywhere, so that's that.
Yeah, it's really recognized as one of the safest border towns, simply because they cater almost entirely to snowbirds coming down.
Right.
So.
Right. But I'm not going to lie, we were slightly nervous about going down. Turns out we didn't need to be, but I'm just going to be honest, we kind of were like a little nervous, right?
Sure.
We did ask around before we went down to see what dentists were recommended, and we heard a couple people talk about California dentistry, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, I was a little confused because they kept talking about going to California dental care, and I'm like,
no, we're going to Mexico.
But that was the actual name of it.
Right.
Because,
right.
Okay.
So we called them, we made an appointment. They were super friendly. Their English was really, really good. They said that they would come and meet us at the border crossing and walk us to the dentist office, which they didn't need to do. We knew where it was just based on a map, and so we didn't have them do that. But now I know why, because when you first go down, right, like as we were going, as we crossed the border and went to the dentist, there were like, would you say like at least 20 other people that were hollering at us, you need dental work done, you need dental work, and trying to get us to come into their dentist office. So I'm sure that that's why they probably suggested that they meet us. But no, we had already made an appointment. We found it real quick. We went in, and then, like I said, we were a little bit nervous, and we got there, and it was super nice. And then she goes, okay, now let me take you over to where your actual dental work is going to be done. And we're like, oh my heck, they're going to take us into some
Into a shed somewhere.
dark back room. But no, they just have like 2 offices, and she just walked us down the hall and took us in there, and it was beautiful and clean and fabulous, and they all spoke English very well. And they had this huge, this big screen TV on their wall, and they're like, we should turn something on, on the TV or whatever. And they're like, you get YouTube? And they're like, yeah. Like, so pull up our video. And so then our Saguaro National Park video was playing in the dentist office in Mexico, and that was kind of fun. We were famous for about 27 seconds, so that was cool.
Yeah.
So we got our teeth cleaned, and I got a cavity filled, and I got a flipper, which is like a little partial. And what was the total cost?
For us together, $250.
$250 for all of that. So it was good. All of it was good. We were pleased. Do you want to talk? I always talk.
No, you go ahead.
I'll talk.
Yeah.
Okay, so after we were finished at the dentist, then we just wanted to walk around, which we were really excited about a couple things, right? So there was a lot of unique stuff that we were seeing. Everything was just different, right, than it is in the States, so that's always fun. I loved the bright colors of everything, and everybody was so kind. But the one thing that we did not enjoy was that there were people in your face all the time, hollering at you, trying to get you to buy stuff. And that's kind of unnerving, right? It's kind of uncomfortable a little bit.
I mean, it's almost like you had to have like a tunnel vision and just walk straight ahead and just say, no thank you, no thank you, no thank you, without even looking. Because if you stopped and looked, then they'd come out of the walls and try
Which
to...
is unfortunate, because I was prepared to shop a little bit. I had some money to spend, but it was so they were so in my face that I ended up not spending any money on anything because I was just so uncomfortable,
And she is such a sweetheart. And for me, I would just walk straight down these little corridors and not look left or right and just stay focused on the task at hand. But she would stop and talk, and of course, as soon as they stopped and talked, they would try to sell her.
Well, that's the thing.
Everything.
You couldn't even be super friendly, because then they thought that you were going to buy something, and that's all that they wanted to talk about it. So I don't know, that was slightly uncomfortable, but I still enjoyed walking around and seeing all the fun and unique products and stuff. So.
But to me, one of my favorite parts was Aaron had suggested that we get some El Pastor.
Oh yeah,
tacos.
because we didn't even say that, right? Because we went over and we went with Aaron and Jeanette from Traveling Pisces, and when we went to go have lunch, they were like, "Oh, we have to get El Pastor," and we were like, "El say who what?" And we didn't know what it was. We also had churros.
Yeah.
And we got to see them make them. They made them right there on the street and put them in the powder or the cinnamon
Really,
sugar.
really
and,
good.
Yeah, it was super yummy.
Rain turns to rust, fire burns to dust. We love until it hurts too much. We let our love run free. Build your fences high, haunted sound. I once was lost, the one you found. So let your love run free. So let your love run free. 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 I'll follow you, you follow me. So let your love run free. Let your love run free.
Say cheese. Welcome to Algodones, guys.
Thank you.
Check for pharmacy whenever you're ready.
Yes, what size you need,
They're
ma'am?
so cute.
What size you
No,
need?
I need a granddaughter.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I need.
For something jewelry right here? You look at it, just for fun.
Okay, real quick, we wanted to let you know that getting into Mexico was super, super easy. There is a large parking area there that is only I keep forgetting how much per car?
$6.
$6 per vehicle, unless you're like a big RV, and then
Then it's more like 12.
yeah, a little higher. And then you will just walk across the border right through a turnstile. There's not anybody there to check your passports. It's not even a thing. You just go in.
Please remember, you will need your passports
Coming out. So
back out of Mexico.
Double and
back in.
triple check that you have them before you walk in,
Right.
because you'll need them getting out. So getting out, be mindful of the time of day that you leave, because late afternoon is going to be a lot busier. And so if you do want to stay until late afternoon, just understand that you're going to have to stand in line for a while. So have something, I guess, to entertain yourself.
Well, and I've heard stories of 2 to 3 hours just waiting in line trying to get back across into the United States.
Ain't nobody got
We
time for that.
never had that problem. I think the longest we went 3 separate times, and the longest that we ever had to stand in line was probably 20, 25 minutes.
Right. It's not tricky getting through the border on the way out, really. They just ask to see your passport, and they want to know what you purchased, and they'll have you open your bag. A lot of people go down there to get their prescription drugs, really for the year. They'll go down, you can buy 3 months at a time, and so they'll go down there 4 separate times while they're hanging out in Yuma over the winter and get all their drugs for the year.
Right. Because they are pennies on the dollar compared
Right.
to what you could get, the same things in the United States for the most part.
Right. And we actually
There are
went,
certain controlled substances that
Right.
you cannot bring across, and all you have to do is go to a website that says, hey, these are the things. And also go to any pharmacist. Now, I think there's 9 pharmacies in this little tiny town, and just ask them, is this something that I can't take back across the border? And they'll be honest with you.
Right. Well, we actually didn't even have to ask. We had a list of prescription medications, actually for my parents. They asked us to go down and pick it up for them, which was totally fine. And we had a list, and we handed it to the pharmacist. He knew exactly what everything was. He got everything out for us. He told us which one. There was one specific one that he said we could not take back across the border.
Right.
But he gave us a different, it was a different brand, right? Or a different, what am I trying to say?
Yeah, it's one that's not on the list of things
Right,
that
but
you
it
can't.
does the same thing.
Sort of things, yeah.
So I called my mom real quick, and I said, he's trying to give me this instead of this. Is that
and
okay?
we couldn't even use our phone.
Right, we
because
couldn't-
we didn't have service in Mexico, so he said,
He
oh, that's
gave us
right.
a phone.
Yeah,
He gave us a phone to use. So we called Mom. We said, he's trying to give us this instead of this. Is this okay? And she said, yep, I've used that exact same thing before as an alternative. And so they were super helpful, super smooth, told us what we could and could not have, and gathered everything very, very quickly. And it was inexpensive, and then it was easy to get it across the border.
yeah. So, I highly recommend Algodones. We've got, like I said, 350 dentists. There are several optometrists there.
Oh.
A lot of people go there for glasses and things like that. Pharmacies, again, there are several of those.
Oh, and you can get vanilla really cheap.
Oh, yeah, vanilla extract. No, vanilla.
No,
Pure
vanilla,
yeah.
straight up vanilla,
Yeah.
super cheap.
You can get a big bottle for $4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might be 12 or 15 in the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted to tell you. Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share, and ring the bell. And remember when you ring the bell to click all notifications so you know when all of our videos come out, which is every Tuesday night. And we are always on live chatting during our release.
Favorite time of the week?
So much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun. So join us there. What else? Let me look at my book. I have a book. That's all. And and Traveling Pisces is going to be our little guest for today. So hang out to see what makes them happy and how they live their love. Until then, this is Grassroots Living, reminding you to get down to the grassroots of what makes you happy and live your love.
We're thinking of you, and we'll see you next time.
Peace out.
Hi, I'm Aaron,
And I'm Jeanette.
and we are the Traveling Pisces. We were asked what makes us happy. We believe that happiness is the only thing that's doubled when shared,
And traveling makes us happy.
and we want to share that with you. So we live our love by going out and meeting people at the different campgrounds and the different sites that we park at, and just really get to know people and make friends and enjoy memories, make
Yeah,
memories.
Making the most out of every day because we know tomorrow is not promised. All right, guys.
Make sure you check out our channel.
Yep.
Hit that like button, subscribe. Ciao,
Ciao
for now.
for now.
Look, I should have grown hair. It looks cuter than this.
I should have had my hair up, and you should have had hair. That's funny.
Yeah, that's all.